From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Of course, we know that struggle well this time of year with the heat cranking up and we have the humidity, and anytime it rains, the standing water left behind. That's the drawback of the next several days. We're going to have a lot of rain chances. It's rain that we need from a drought standpoint, but once the rain eventually goes away, mosquitoes are probably going to be a problem for a while, but summertime, that's not exactly surprising, right? All right, back to this morning. I know a lot of folks saw this thing come rolling in as those storms came into Tulsa in the mid-morning hours. Very picturesque shelf cloud. Looked awesome. I'm, a cloud gazer, sky gazer, so I was just oohing and awing all morning as this rolled through. Terry Melton, a great shot from Jake, as you can see, overlooking the towers there just on the other side of the river. And this is a shot from Jan in Skytook, as you can see that shelf cloud, kind of a couple different layers of the clouds in the atmosphere. And oftentimes, we often say this when we have these shelf clouds come in, that they're usually more bark than bite. You see this coming, you might think, oh my goodness, we're about to get blown away. Well, what this is that's that gust front that comes out ahead of those thunderstorms that will bring some gusty winds. We had some 40, 45 mile an hour wind gusts as that gust front came through, so it definitely got windy, but the storms behind it were actually on a weakening trend as that came in. All in all, it made for some picturesque skies for sure. And what's left of that gust front and shelf cloud is still kind of refiring some brief scattered heavy thunderstorms in southeastern Oklahoma now. From Mount McAllister, just passing over Lake Eufaula to Stigler, Webbers Falls, and Salisaw. These are brief, won't last very long, but they're dropping to the south and east. Could have still some gusty wind potential with them. A couple strong cells in far southern LaFleur County as well. Back to the north and west, that kind of what we call stratiform rain, the light rain that hangs behind the system, starting to dissipate after it's been, raining for actually a good chunk of the morning around Tulsa to the north and to the west. And again, not necessarily a bad thing because we definitely need the rain. That's starting to fade away. There actually are, though, more storms back to the north and west. Here's Wichita, Kansas. This is dropping into northwestern Oklahoma. We think that this activity this afternoon will drop a little more south towards the I-35 corridor. But on a day like today, when these storms roll through and it kind of alters the temperatures we have, it can really kind of alter, the forecast for the rest of the day. So here's that look on visible satellite. You can pick out, and there's that gust front and the shelf cloud that it took with it, and obviously a huge impact on temperatures. So even McAllister, you were near 90. Now you're in the upper 70s with the rain. Wilburton, Poto near 90, but 70s elsewhere. Tahlequah's at 81, but 70s, low 70s elsewhere. Feels awesome from a rain-cooled air standpoint. Back to the west is where the warmer air resides, kind of with that outflow boundary. That's why we think those storms coming out of Kansas will probably drop a little more towards the warm air. But we could still have some lingering into the afternoon hours. So the rain chances going down a little bit from where they were this morning, but they don't totally go away even through the afternoon. A few spots will continue to have a chance for some scattered showers and storms. Late in the day, I think, is when most of us would have the best chance to have a break. Late tonight into tomorrow morning, though, picks right back up, and we're going to kind of repeat this process a lot over the next several days. So highs this afternoon, we've adjusted things significantly, and at this point, this is, as you know, it's cloud cover, sunshine dependent. Some areas southeastern Oklahoma, you've already reached the low 90s, and you may kind of drop from there. I've got lower 80s across northeastern Oklahoma, and this would be by like the 5 to 6 p.m. hour. Some spots may not even make it there. I think there will be some spots that may hold in the 70s across portions of northeastern Oklahoma this afternoon. And then late in the day, again, there could be 1 or 2 strong to severe storms developing along that outflow boundary. Tonight into tomorrow morning, eventually similar to what we had this morning, a large complex of storms gets going in Kansas, drops south and east, and it looks like we could kind of do what we just did this morning with that storm complex rolling through. Could be some strong to severe wind gusts with that tomorrow morning, and then that would leave us with some kind of rain-cooled air again tomorrow afternoon. So the trend into below normal temperatures for a decent little stretch here has begun, and several days of rain and storm chance, you can see, is a stormy and cooler than normal outlook here for the rest of the week into the first half of the weekend. There could be quite a few good downpours. I think there will be some good downpours of rain and a few inches of much needed rain across the area from the rest of the week through the weekend.